Good morning. Happy Monday to my crew. I hope you had a good weekend and are looking forward to another exciting week. This week we've got a lot to look forward to. So, before we get going, I just want to, as always, remind you that your priorities should be English and math, especially iReady. As teachers, we were talking, and if all you do is iReady for the whole week, that's better than a lot of other things you could do. So focus on your reading and math, especially your iReady, and all of the class materials that you'll have. Now let's get going and hear the rest of your specific assignments for the week. Eighth grade, let's get started with math. For math, you're going to have, of course, your 45 minutes of iReady. You got to get that done. And also, Ready Math instruction pages 168 to 177, and Ready Math practice pages 193 to 198, and 201 to 204. Okay, if you need help, Miss Fouts is available to help you every day, 11:30 to 12:15, and there's a lot of resources, including lots and lots of videos in your Google Classroom. Check those out, okay? Don't leave yourself confused. For ELA, make sure you do those 45 minutes of iReady, okay? We need them done. And your hangout with Miss Harris is going to be this week on Tuesdays from 2 to 3. As we talked about in crew, this is a fun, casual hangout. So she'd love to see you. It's Tuesday from 2 to 3. We had to adjust some of the times a little bit. She'll be talking about any books you're reading as well as To Kill a Mockingbird. Now, for writing this week, you are going to write a story. It can either be fiction or nonfiction, but the main thing is you need to include your vocabulary words. There's a list of 10 on the Google Classroom, and you need to include at least 6. You can include more if you want a challenge. There's some prompts online so that you can get a look. You can write it by hand, you can type it, and you can also send it to me because I love reading them. Now for science, you're going to investigate how do our bodies break down food and turn it into energy. There's questions and things like that to help you investigate that in the Google Classroom, as well as some Earth Day activities, because this week is Earth Day, which I love. Yay! For social studies, you're doing a new thing where you're going to visit a virtual museum. There's a lot online, and Mr. Stanley would recommend that you visit one of these four: British Museum, Smithsonian, the Louvre, National Women's History Museum. All of them are great. And after you go there, you're going to choose an exhibit, really look into it, and write just a minimum of 3 sentences about it. Things like, why is it important? Why did it interest you? What did you see? If you went to the Louvre, tell Miss Hendricks about it because she loves it. Now, then send all that to Mr. Stanley. For PE, make sure that you are in the Google Classroom and that you are filling out your PE tracker, which you can find in your email with all of the information for the exercises you're doing. Make sure you're staying healthy. Get out there 1 hour a week, 45 minutes a day, whatever you can afford to do, do it because we need to stay healthy in this time. I'm trying, so I want you to try too. And for art, we're starting a new project, so keep doing your daily sketchbook if you're doing that. Keep doing your ceiling tile if you're doing that. And also, today we're doing something called a different distance drawing. I teased this a little bit in crew the other day. You're going to get outside and draw a total of 8 things. 3 that you can draw very close, such as a flower or a leaf. 3 that you can draw from a medium distance, such as trees and houses, and 2 that you can only draw from very far away, such as mountains or clouds. Try and draw as accurately as possible. And then I want you to write 4 sentences total about the differences you notice. What's harder? What's easier? Do you notice a difference if you close one eye while you draw? It's actually finally going to be helpful, and you'll see how that changes if you're drawing close up or far away. Things like that. I'll also include a link for an optional experiment to make your own watercolors if you want to give that a try. And my drop-in drawings is Thursday 1 to 2. Now for digital literacy, STEM, you need to do at least 15 minutes a week on typing.com. That's the same as last time. So make sure you're doing that and telling Miss Goulding that you're doing that. This week, we'll be having crew every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 9 a.m. And we'll be doing our greeting, reading initiative, and hanging out. So I'm excited to see you tomorrow. See you in crew.